Hello, welcome back everyone to Constitutional Drug Series. Today we are going to discuss the most important drug, Lachesis, which is a snake poison uh, derived from Surukuku snake, and it is a very important hemorrhagic remedy. It is also given for septic states. It can be given for acute complaints mainly in tonsillitis and a major chronic polycrest constitutional drug. So how to identify Lachesis person? Usually it is given for female, uh, but can be given for male as well, but predominantly a female remedy. So physical appearance wise, that female has short neck, she is obese, she has wide hips, she has that kind of suspicious eyes, you can say, and she is very much loquacious. It can be given for dark as well as fair complexions, and Lachesis is usually a hot person. Physical generals desires water, means she is thirsty if we compare it to pulsatilla, as pulsatilla is also obese. Lachesis is also obese person, but pulsatilla is thirstless and chilly patient, desires open air, and Lachesis also desires open air. There is, tightness or constricted feeling around the neck. She can't tolerate tight around her neck and waist, but she is hot patient and she is thirsty. She is very much loquacious, having that brownish or blackish kind of pupil and suspicious eyes, and she is not that mild or easy like pulsatilla. She is very cunning, a very jealous kind of personality, and her loquaciousness is at such a level that you will feel at some point of time that please somebody stop her, him or her, whatever. So अगर आपको जब भी कोई ऐसा पर्सन मिले, वी कॉल इट एज वर्बल डायरिया, इतना बोलती है या फिर इतना बोलता है, सो कि यू विल फील दैट प्लीज़ कोई तो इसको इसको चुप करा दो. So you will feel very exhausted by talking to her or talking to him. So this kind of personality is usually Lachesis. Other characteristic symptoms are fears snake or dreams of snake. She is hot patient, thirsty patient, desire for open air. She has this allergy of earrings, fake earrings, ear festers we can say. कान में कुछ भी नकली पहना तो she will get irritated by that. Then sleeps into aggravation is one of the important symptom, that all the symptoms usually get aggravated at night or early morning. So it is very much important keynote symptom of Lachesis, and it can be given for acute complaints such as tonsillitis, where I am going to discuss it later, where there is a typical look of tonsils. I'll discuss that, but it can be given for acute complaints such as tonsillitis. It can be given in cases of high BP and complaints of menstruation, complaints of skin, complaints of hair fall, etc. Now we'll go to first paragraph. We'll read it once. Like all snake poisons, Lachesis decomposes the blood, rendering it more fluid, hence a hemorrhagic remedy. And the hemorrhages are dark red, okay, as phosphorus they are bright red, but in Lachesis they are dark red. Purpura, septic states, diphtheria, low form of disease when the system is poisoned and prostration is profound. very important during climacteric for patients. Yeah, if we think of giving it to a menopausal woman, then just look for the physical appearances that I have discussed: short neck, medium, obese patient, suspicious eyes, jealous patient, very much loquacious. Trembling tongue is one of the most characteristic symptom, and hot patient. Perspiration a lot, as there is menopause. Diphtheritic paralysis, sensation of tension in various parts, cannot bear anything tight anywhere, and that is especially in west and around neck. Around waist and around neck, she can't tolerate anything tight. Mind symptoms: great loquacity, sad in morning, no desire to mix with the world, restless and uneasy, does not wish to attend to business, wants to be off somewhere all the time. Jealous. Jealousy is very much important symptom in Lachesis, and there is violent anger. Lachesis has anger very much than any other remedy. More than sepia, more than pulsatilla, Lachesis has violent anger. Suspicious, nightly delusions, derangement of the time sense. She has this kind of trust issues, difficult to trust somebody, as in pulsatilla she trusts very easily. She will trust very easily to someone, that कोई भी उससे बेवकूफ़ बना के भी जा सकता है, as she is very mild, gentle. Lachesis उसके exactly opposite है. Okay, so these are differentiating points between Lachesis and pulsatilla. Rarely she will weep, as she is having very much violent anger. गुस्सा ही बहुत है, सो रोने का वगैरह चांस ही नहीं. So rarely there is weeping tendency in Lachesis drug. We'll go now to head symptoms. It can be given for migraine complaints where there is pressure and burning sensation on vertex. Sun headaches, it is as same as natremure. Flickering with dim vision, vertigo relieved by onset of discharge, for example menses. So this symptom is common to all the complaints, better by discharges. Eyes, defective vision after diphtheria, sensation as if eyes were drawn together by cords which were tied in knot at root of nose. Earwax or otorrhea complaints where there are discharges, burning, and pain is better after discharges, it can be given to that patient. Nose, bleeding tendency, coryza preceded by headache. This is important symptom where there is first coryza and headache is there. Sometimes headache is better by, sometimes no, most of the times headache is better by coryza, as appearance of discharge is there, so headache is better. So congestive headache is better by discharge. Paroxysmal sneezing, so it can be given for rhinitis, chronic or acute. Teeth ache, pain extends to ears. All or even tonsillar pain extends to ears. It is one of the important symptoms. It can be given for aphthous ulcers with burning and rawness, hot sensation, and thirsty patient. Trembling tongue is concomitant. Now, as I discussed, we'll see throat complaints in detail. It can be given for acute tonsillitis or chronic tonsillitis. There is quinsy, septic parotiditis, dry, swollen, intensely swollen externally and internally, There is difficulty while swallowing liquids. This is one more keynote. Sore, worse left side, as Lachesis is left-sided remedy, so there is aggravation on left side. Very much painful throat, worse slightest pressure and touch, and appearance of tonsils is purple purple livid color of throat is keynote. So whenever you see a purple tonsils aggravated by swallowing liquid, left side mostly affected, think of giving Lachesis. Low dose, that is usually 30 potency in repetition for acute. Worse, swallowing saliva or liquids, pain extends into ear. Collar and neck band must be very loose, as we have discussed that Lachesis cannot tolerate anything tight around neck. So this is the symptom. Stomach complaints, there is painfulness at the pit of the stomach, sensitive to touch, hungry, cannot wait for food. These complaints are better by eating. Empty swallowing more painful than swallowing solids. So liquids are more painful than solids. Abdomen is very much sensitive, cannot bear anything tight around waist. Stools, constipation, offensive stools can be given for black colored hemorrhages from bowels, constricted sensation, hemorrhoids protrude, and pain is present. Stitches, constant urging in the rectum, not for stools. This is again a characteristic symptom. Female complaint, it is a majorly female remedy, so can be given for DUB, dysmenorrhea, spasmodic or membranous, PCOD complaints, etc. Climacteric troubles, also menopause and postmenopause. Palpitation, flashes of heat, hemorrhages, vertex headache, fainting spells, worse by pressure of cloths. Menses are too short, too feeble, and all complaints are relieved by flow. Left ovary very much painful, so ovarian cyst we can think of as a clinical. And swollen and indurated, mammae inflamed, coccyx and sacrum pain, especially on rising from sitting posture, acts especially well at beginning and close of menstruation. Lachesis personality is very lascivious, and it is also given for sexual complaints. So in male there is intense excitement of sexual organs. Philip Bailey describes Lachesis in one word as sexual tension. So there is hypersexuality seen in both females and males. And lascivious dream plus fear of snakes and dreams of snakes. Upper part of windpipe. Now we'll go to respiratory complaints. Sensation of suffocation, upper part of windpipe, sensitive to touch, aggravation on lying down, little secretion and much sensitiveness. Breathing almost stops on falling asleep, as sleeping aggravation is there. The patient sleeps into aggravation. And there is short cough. Palpitation with fainting spells, especially during menopausal period, and irregular beats are present with anxiety along with perspiration. Now we'll go to back symptoms. Neuralgia of coccyx, worse rising from sitting posture, must sit perfectly still, pain in neck, sensation of threads from back to arms, legs and eyes, etc. These neuralgic symptoms. And now, as Lachesis is left-sided remedy, but to note that sciatica is right-sided, better by lying down. Pain in tibia, may follow sore throat. This is again a keynote. Concomitant. Pain in tibia may follow sore throat. Shortening of tendons. Patient sleeps into aggravation. Sleepiness yet cannot sleep. In fever, patient has hot flushes, hot perspiration. Paroxysms returns after acids. Intermittent fever every spring. Skin complaints, dark blisters, bed sores, purplish appearance, bluish appearance, boils, varicose ulcers, cellulitis as it is given for septic conditions. So skin parts are usually bluish, purplish, hot to touch aggravation. These are main keynotes. Can be given for psoriasis and eczema too. Main modalities: Lachesis sleeps into aggravation, left side aggravation, and aggravation by warm bath. Even a patient is better by warm application, and appearance of discharges better in open air. Yes, so this is Lachesis. Main symptoms and keynotes are hot patient, suspiciousness, jealousy, fear of snakes, dreams of snakes, hypersexual, very much loquacious with short neck, medium to obese build. Height is usually short but can be given to tall person as well, but 90% short height, with typical suspicious look in eyes, cannot tolerate tight around neck and waist. Hot perspiration can be given for menopausal females. It can be given acutely in high BP, acute tonsillitis where swallowing liquids difficult, purplish appearance of tonsils. Can be given for skin complaints like eczema, psoriasis, bed sores, cellulitis where there is purplish appearance of skin and eruptions are present. Usually it is a left sided remedy, but sciatica is worse right side. Cannot trust anyone very easily, difficult to trust as she is suspicious. She is very much jealous. She has this religious insanity also present, and protruding tongue or trembling tongue. This is one more symptom. So this is Lachesis. Do comment if you have any doubts. We'll discuss it further. Thank you.